line of work. What's your drink of choice? I smiled. I do get that question a lot. Normally, I answer with whatever was the first drink I served that day. The corner of his mouth curved up. And today's? A local IPA. His mouth split into a full-blown grin. What's the real answer? That smile made my heart beat wildly again, sending my temperature up another notch. It depends. I pushed off the bar and walked down to my gun, filling a glass with mostly ice, then water. I've always believed in pairing drinks with the occasion. I'm intrigued. I took a sip of my water. Weddings, obviously champagne. Obviously, he nodded. What else? Bachelorette parties require anything fruity. Beer always goes with pizza. It's one of my drinking laws. Margaritas on Tuesday nights, because I don't work on Wednesdays, and tequila shots if anyone says, we need to talk. He chuckled. What about whiskey? I don't drink whiskey. He took a long, slow sip from his glass, then set it down. That's a shame. A beautiful woman drinking whiskey is my weakness. The water glass in my hand bobbled and I nearly spilled it on my apron. I'd heard a lot of pickup lines standing behind this bar, and I'd mastered the art of turning down a man without bruising his ego. Or losing his tip. But I'd be a fool to dodge that line. Then maybe I'll give it another try. I'd like that. He smiled wider as he reached across the bar, his long fingers leading the way. I'm Logan. I placed my hand in his, already lost in the fairy tale. Thea.
1. Logan. 6 years later. I hate Montana. Nolan rolled his eyes. How can you say that when you're standing in front of that view? I gazed past the tree trunks to the lake on the other side of the forest. I hated to admit it, but the view was rather stunning. The deep blue water had a glassy sheen. The summer sunlight bounced off its gentle, rolling waves. In the distance, the mountains still had white snowcaps. There was even a bald eagle circling the shoreline across the bay. But I wouldn't give Nolan the satisfaction of admitting the truth. What is that smell? My nostrils flared as I sucked in a long breath. Nolan chuckled. That would be Earth. Dirt, trees, wind, also known as clean air. It's what air is supposed to smell like, without all the carbon emissions. Always with the sarcasm. I save it all for you. Nolan Fennessy, my friend and the CEO of my family's charitable foundation, loved to give me shit. Lucky me. I deadpanned, turning away from Flathead Lake so he wouldn't see my grin. Then I scanned the camp, giving it a more thorough inspection than the cursory glance I'd taken when we'd arrived 10 minutes ago. Beneath the evergreens, 6 small log cabins were scattered throughout the forest. Next to them was a building marked Showers, with a separate wing for boys and girls. The main lodge sat at the back, closest to the road and the gravel parking area. And as it was the hub for most camp activities, the lodge was as big as the 6 cabins combined. It was a child's paradise. In nowhere, Montana. Personal experience had tainted the state for me, but I couldn't deny this camp had a certain appeal, and it would be a perfect addition to the Kendrick Foundation. $5 million? I asked Nolan, confirming the purchase price. Yes. He turned away from the lake, stepping to my side. The price includes everything: buildings, furniture, appliances, though the bulk of the value is in the land. Okay, I nodded. I've seen enough. Let's go. Logan, we can't go until we meet the director and hear her pitch. At the mention of the director, a flash of long, blonde hair caught my eye. She came scurrying out of the lodge with a handful of pamphlets and a manila folder tucked under her arm. I knew without seeing that it contained the proposal she'd sent into the foundation 3 months ago. I don't need to hear her pitch. I'll approve the purchase and kick in another $50,000 for